Hey everyone, it's Ricky and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2022 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid XLE Premium All-Wheel Drive. Let's get started. So for the 2022 model year, Toyota has made a couple changes to the RAV4. Most notably, this is a facelift year, so it's the 4th year of production for this body style of RAV4. It's the first year of a slight redesign, so you can see up here in the very front, we've got these new headlights. People are calling this, the eyebrow headlight, just because it's got like a little bit of a top section separated from the main housing. Another small change is going to be the wheels on some of the models. So you can see for the XLE Premium, like we have over here, it's got a slightly different wheel design this year. Some other changes here for 2022 include the locking glove box. So you can see we have a lock on the glove box now, and the USB-Cs in the center console. So you can see inside over here, we've got some USB-Cs. Previously, we only had some USB-As. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about the interior later. I wanna first just start by talking about the car. Going over the exterior, we're gonna do an overview of this car, and then we'll talk about the interior features. Starting off under the hood, we have the same exact 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine that Toyota has been using in the RAV4s for a couple of years now. This one here makes 219 combined horsepower with the assistance of the hybrid battery, and we get 40 miles per gallon in this hybrid variant. If you choose the gas-only variant, the one without the hybrid battery, you're gonna get an average of 30 miles per gallon. And because this one here is a hybrid, it's got an electric on-demand all-wheel drive system and an eCVT transmission. And the RAV4 Hybrid XLE Premium All-Wheel Drive starts at $33,435. All right, back at the front now, you can see we have our LED daytime running light and LED headlight over here. And if we move just down below that, we have our regular fog light. I don't believe that this is LED. Let's go ahead and check out this grille, which you can see is kind of split into two pieces. We have this larger upper half here, and then a smaller little lower grille just below that. Obviously, our Toyota emblem is blue because this is a hybrid. And we have some body lines on the hood here as well, so you can see on the center of the hood kind of drops down a little bit lower than the edges. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but this is the blueprint color, so it's a metallic dark blue. In some lighting it looks almost black, but right now where we're standing in direct sunlight, it really shines with that metallic blue finish. And moving over to the side, we have these metallic alloy wheels here. These are 18-inch wheels, and our tire size is 225/60/18s. Continuing on over to the side over here, we have keyless entry on the doors, so we're just going to go ahead and tap to unlock, tap right here to lock the car. You can see we also have a turn signal indicator on the mirror, a blind spot monitor on the mirror as well, and then this specific RAV4 that we're taking a look at today has a couple of options like the body side molding here and the mud guards. Moving up to the very top, you can also see that this one here is equipped with the crossbars. So these are Toyota crossbars on top of the RAV4 here. And then we can also see the sunroof, which we're going to take a look at once we get inside. And along the side of the car here, you can see we have a lot of different finishes. So for example, we have this non-gloss black right here. And then if we just go up a little bit more, we have gloss black right here behind the rear windows and going into the trunk. So it'd be really nice if, we had like some matching gloss black. However, if you're looking for gloss black on these wheel wells, that's exclusive to the SE and the XSE trim levels. Same goes right here for the window trimming. You can see we have chrome. It would just be really nice if they kind of kept it consistent and just did maybe gloss black across the entire car. Moving on to the back, we have a rear mounted shark fin antenna. You can see also on the trunk here we have some black badging, so we have RAV4 in black, we have the black and blue Toyota hybrid badge, and we say XLE hybrid. Even though this is an XLE Premium, they've all been badged as XLEs. The only way to tell is going to be by the wheels and the leather seats inside. You can see we have our rear view camera just mounted right over here, and then we can go ahead and press right here to open up that trunk. This is a powered liftgate right here. And then before we go inside and talk about the trunk, I also want to mention these two exhaust tips down here. You can see that we have a single exit on both sides, so we have two exhaust tips. However, the tips are actually fake, so you can see kind of inside right there where the real tip is, and then it's kind of encased in this larger fake tip. Into the trunk area now, I've gone ahead and removed this little box right here, which is going to have the all-weather floor liners for the front area. We do also have some carpet mats, which we can optionally install, and we do have a rubber mat for the cargo area. Now, I did want to show you guys, underneath here, we do have a spare tire, and there's also some tools for us to use. And we also have a little cargo cover here, so when we close up this lift gate, nobody can kind of see what we have inside here. The seats here fold down really easily. You can actually fold them down from the back. All you have to do is just pull up right here and then go ahead and push those seats forward. And if you're not tall enough, you can also just do it from the rear seats. So we're going to open up the back here and just pull right here, fold down the seats. We have several different ways to close the trunk, one of which is just going to be to hold down on the key remote. The other is going to be to push on the lift gate right over here, so we have a button over here as well. And then if we go up to the front of the car, you can see we also have another button right here in the dash, which we can press. And now that the fuel door is open, you can see that we take 87 octane here. If I go ahead and open this up here as well, you can see that we have a little area where you can put that cap. All right, on the door card now, nothing here too crazy. You can see that we have our mirror controls, window switches, a little bit of storage at the bottom. Looks like you can fit, you know, one bottle and maybe a little something small over here. Moving on to seating, you can see we have power seats right here on the driver's side with lumbar support, but we don't have power seats on the passenger side. So we have manual adjustments over there. And moving on to the chairs, you can see we have this two-tone color. So we have this kind of cream white and light gray. Toyota does call this seat light gray. And then we also have some white stitching on the seat here as well. And before we fully get in, we have a brightness display right here for our gauge, automatic high beams, and then that trunk opening. We have a couple of blink switches here. And if you were to get one of these with, you know, for example, the cold weather package, you would get buttons right here for the heated steering wheel, de-icer function for the windshield, and some of the other stuff that you're gonna miss in this model. Just above the buttons right here, we have a little pocket. So maybe if you'd like to keep your keys or something else, just really small over here in this area. And in that same area, we have a adjustment for our steering wheel. So we can go ahead and push it in, out, up, or down, lock it in place. We have automatic lights here as well as some buttons right here for our steering wheel. Moving on to the steering wheel, we can split this into 3 areas. First up, we have the buttons right here at the bottom, which are going to control your music. On the left side right here at the top, we're going to control the center screen between the 2 gauges. And on the right side, we have cruise control and lane depart assist. And the 2022 RAV4 has Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, so we have all the latest safety features from Toyota. On the right side of the gauge, we have our speedometer, so you can see nice big numbers for everything. On the left side, we have Charge Eco Power, so you can see as we drive, it's going to let you know kind of what the battery is doing. And then we have that center screen, so by using the buttons over here, you can see that we can control what we see. We have trip information, safety settings, and as well as just some other useful information. I usually just like to see the speed as I'm driving. We have the same 7-inch touchscreen that we've had for a couple years now. It has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but they're not wireless. I really kind of wish that Toyota took the opportunity of this year's facelift of the RAV4 and decided to change the screen a little bit. You know, maybe make it bigger, give it a 9-inch touchscreen, and give it maybe wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That may be a little bit too much to ask for, but if you do want to use the wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, you're going to use the USB located just right here. And then we do have also a 12-volt power outlet. Dual zone climate control is here. We have traction off. And if this wasn't a hybrid, we'd have another button here to turn off the start stop feature. Standard looking shifter over here. We do also have an electronic parking brake, which will go up and down automatically as you put the car in and out of park. We do have a brake hold feature, so if you don't want to hold the brake at a long red light, you don't have to. You can just push this button here and the car will not roll forward. We have a trail mode as well as a couple of other modes right here. We do have eco if we twist to the left. Sport, if we twist over to the right, we can push down here to bring it back to normal. And then we do also have an EV mode because this is a hybrid. 2 cup holders right over here. And then like we mentioned earlier, we do have USB-Cs now this year in the center console. Moving over to the passenger side, we have this little shelf right here just above that locking glove box, which we mentioned earlier. And then if we go up real close right here into the passenger area, you can see it says RAV4 on the speakers, and we do have a little bit more storage. Moving up from the center area, we have a regular mirror over here. So this is not an auto dimming mirror. You're gonna have to do that yourself. There is no home link here, so you can't hook this up to your garage remotes. If we go up a little bit further, we do have a sunglass holder here, some light controls, emergency SOS button, and some controls for the sunroof. All right, lastly, let's go ahead and move on to the back seats. So you can see we have a little bit more storage here for a water bottle. Same goes for the other side of these rear seats. We have our window switch for each of these doors. There is some air vents back here as well as 2 more USB-Cs. So it's really nice that we're starting to see USB-C kind of catch on in the auto world. And if you're not using the center rear seat right here, you can actually fold it down, get some cup holders and a little armrest area here for your rear seat passengers. We've got some child seat anchors right here on the outside seats of the second row here, and then we also have a little light control up here at the very top. So that's going to wrap it up for this overview of the 2022 RAV4 Hybrid XLE Premium. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.